Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. It might be afternoon or evening where you are, if you're watching on the replay, or if you're on the other side of the globe, which some people are. Welcome to Total Transformation Secrets number 16, webinar 16. I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary, and today, actually all month, we're talking about energy. And today we're talking about revving up our energy, particularly our mitochondria. So I think, there we go, we can get full screen. And introducing the mighty mito. We're going to be talking about energy all month. It's the month of April. And we're gearing up for spring. Spring is all about energy and revitalization. But particularly, we're talking about cellular energy, which is why the mighty mito is going to be our mascot for the month on our journey to optimal wellness in our 1967 L88 coupe Corvette. All right. By the end of this session, you will learn how to protect and recharge your inner power plants, your mitochondria. The struggle is real. Do you ever experience brain fog that just won't lift? Energy crashes after lunch, or even as soon as you wake up? You're not lazy, you're not undisciplined. Your body's energy system may be running on empty. You push through the day, but you feel like you're running on fumes. You know what to do, but you can't find the energy to do it. You wake up tired, you go to bed wired. Even a small task feels like a mountain climb. Does that ring any bells with any of you? The hidden culprit is your mitochondria. They are slowing down. So your energy isn't just about willpower. It's about how well your mitochondria are functioning. And these tiny power plants inside your cells control how much energy you feel every single day. I hope this graphic is getting it across that you can have full, vibrant, functioning mitochondria, and you can have dead, dying, out of energy mitochondria. But here's the good news. You can retrain your body to produce more energy. You can protect your mitochondria, you can produce more mitochondria, and you can start feeling like yourself again, no matter your age. And it begins with our two M's for the day, mindset and motion. And individually, they're great. But when you put them together, they form an amazing power pack team for your body, for your mitochondria, and they are 100% in your control. So we're going to have some secrets today. Secret number one, move to multiply your mitochondria. Who knew? Motion isn't just about burning calories. It's how your body builds more mitochondria and makes the ones you have more efficient. Even gentle movement can supercharge your cells. So what can we do? Coach Judy talks about energy snacks. And so here's our action step for the day. Take 3 energy snacks, just 5 to 10 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, but even 5 minutes will make a difference if you take multiples during the day. And choose an exercise that you enjoy, walking, dancing, or stretching. Secret number 2, stress silently drains your batteries, your cells. You might not feel it, but your mitochondria break down, and stress is the enemy. We can talk about underlying stress. We can talk about chronic inflammation. We can talk about oxidative stress. all day long. But there's also something we can do about it. So chronic stress increases oxidative damage and it impairs mitochondrial function, slows down your energy production. There have been surveys that the number one reason people go to the doctors is energy. They are just feeling sluggish. They're not uh, operating on their jobs as well. And I didn't know this when I was in medical school and when I was practicing, but it can be traced right down to the mitochondria. Stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, uh, they create an internal uh, uh, energy leak. So it's like draining the batteries. That leads to fatigue, brain fog, immune depletion. Your mindset shifts. Plus, getting your parasympathetic, which is your rest and restore nervous system, autonomic nervous system, um, can protect your inner power plants. So, we have a sympathetic nervous system. We've talked about that. That's fight, flight, or freeze. But then we have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest, restore. And your body goes through these cycles, um, on a regular basis. But if it gets stuck in stress mode, big problems can happen. So what can we do? Pause, especially if you're feeling stressed or after you've done something stressful, do a 4-7-8 breathing cycle. What does that mean? You breathe in through the nose for a 4 count, you hold it for 7 counts, and then you slowly breathe it out through your mouth to 8 counts. Now, this isn't the only cycle, but this is one of the cycles we've done. We've also talked about box breathing, which is more like 4-4-4. But the principle is you take in the oxygen, you hold it, just so your body can get the maximum benefit out of that breath, and then you slowly release. It does amazing things, especially if you do multiple, like do a cycle of 5 of these, and your parasympathetic nervous system uh, is allowed to come in and help you restore. Secret number 3. So this is a real secret. When you put them together, you got magic. So it's like 1 + 1 = 10. When you add movement and mindset together, when your body and your brain are in alignment, when they are on the same team and you're in motion. So what makes that happen? We've talked about that actually, but mindful motion. I love it. Yoga, Tai Chi, walking, I'm a Pilates. I prefer Pilates to yoga. Ah, I don't know, but yeah, I still put yoga on the slide. But it synchronizes the nervous system and the energy system. Calm movement activates your mitochondria while lowering cortisol. This is a true healing combination. It's not about um, how uh, how intense you are, how much how vigorous the weights are, or the movements are, but it's about being purposeful and being consistent. So what's your action step? Try a 10-minute stretch with deep breathing or walk, a 10-minute walk while you're repeating a positive declaration. And I love Coach Judy's framework. She has a program called stretch, and declare. She does it. And so that's what I mean by a positive declaration. She declares the promises of God and the affirming Bible verses. You know, I love to give a bonus secret, so here it is. When you master your mitochondria, and like I said, we're talking about mitochondrial mastery all month long. But when you master your mitochondria, it helps your metabolism. And that was our focus in the month of March, your gut metabolism. And if your metabolism feels broken, the real issue might be your mitochondria. So when you do something for your mitochondria, you're doing something for your gut, you're doing something for your metabolism, you're doing something for your whole body. What are the important points? There's something called metabolic syndrome. You've heard it by many names. You might have heard pre-diabetes. You might have heard syndrome X. I think that's what they called it back in the day. But metabolic syndrome is a condition that affects 40% of adults, 30% of millennials. I'm sorry, 40% of adults, older adults, but 20% of millennials. So on average, it affects 30% of the population. And most of them don't even know it. But if we do these simple things that benefit the mitochondria, that benefit the gut, what's another simple thing we can do? Oh, I got more information. Oh, good. So type 2 diabetes, let me get this out of the way. People with metabolic syndrome experience inefficient energy production at the cellular level. They experience oxidative stress, which is too many free radical electrons bouncing around and not enough antioxidants made in the body. Your body makes antioxidants, but not enough for what we face these days with electromagnetic overwhelm, with pollution, with processed foods, chemicals, forever chemicals. All of these things trigger our chronic inflammation in the body. And our bodies, although they're, like I said, we make antioxidants, we make anti-inflammatories, but they get overwhelmed. So just like you get overwhelmed, your cells get overwhelmed. And in metabolic syndrome, since your mitochondria are not working right, it doesn't break down your food and convert it into energy efficiently. So what happens? That those excess calories get stored in your fat cells. So it's a real problem, type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Okay, let me give a disclaimer. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not uh, uh, treating, curing any diseases. This is not a medical consultation. I'm not prescribing. I am sharing things that I believe will help support, nourish, and support your body and give you an understanding of why you feel the way you feel, including feeling chronic fatigue, blood sugar swings, your weight in your uh, moving from an apple from a pear shape to an apple shape. You know what I mean? The pear shape, your your fat is mostly around your thighs, right? And your hips and your thighs. But with the apple shape, the excess fat is in your midsection and it's padding your internal organs. Very bad. Blood pressure, lipid abnormalities, insulin resistance, and inflammation. But here's the good news. Your body can still regenerate any energy producing mitochondria And motion and mindset are the keys to the ignition. So when you exercise, you have more mitochondria, better insulin sensitivity, reduced oxidative stress. When you manage your stress, your cortisol lowers, and you have better metabolism. So what can you do? Take a 5 to 10-minute walk after your largest meal. Studies show that it can significantly improve how your body uses glucose or uses the calories from that meal and support your metabolism even more than medication in some studies. Woo! So that I hope you got some value for that from that. Just to give you an introduction of myself, if it's our first time meeting, I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary. I'm known as the 100-pound weight loss specialist because as someone who's personally lost over 100, actually 150 pounds, I have developed a system to help you do the same. And my system is the 5 M's of total transformation: mindset, macronutrients, micronutrients, measurement, and motion. And I chose this color shirt to wear today because it's the motion color. And with these 5 M's, I help you to empower your transformation from the inside out. I am a medical doctor. I'm retired now, but I was a board certified family physician. I have a master's degree in public health. So I really love looking at the numbers, digging into the research. And it's surprising to me how many times I will find a study has a headline that says one thing, but when you dig into how they did the study and what their conclusions were and what their discussion is, it's nothing like what the headline says. So it's important, it's an important skill to have, and I try to break down that science for you so you don't have to dig into all those studies yourself. But I'm also a certified holistic health coach, and I'm really passionate for you to achieve your health goals, and I'll help you any way that I can. A little bit about my history. In 2006, I was very, very happy. I was um, like about 150 pounds heavier than I am now, but I had the gift of motion. I had my mitochondria moving, and that was a great benefit to me for many years. Um, in 2008, I went home to take care of my parents. I left my practice, and 8 years later, after serving them to the best of my ability, I left it all on the court, as they say. I needed my father's wheelchair just to get around. I needed a miracle. Now, we don't talk about miracles in health and wellness, so this is disclaimer number 2. I'm just telling you, I needed a miracle. And there was something that changed my life dramatically. Um, when you look at the trajectory, when I turned 60, I mapped my weight throughout the decades of my life. And I was shocked at the picture, but then I was also shocked at what a difference it made when I learned how to nourish my cells, hydrate, and detoxify. And I was able to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right. And I want to share that with you today if I have your permission. So, we discovered the secrets today of how to protect and recharge your inner power plants, combining motion and mindset. Or I love that phrase, mindful movement. But there's something else we can do for our mitochondria, and that's give them nutritional completeness. And this was really the turnaround for me because my lifestyle was not one when I got, uh, when I went to my parents and took care of them, I left behind the dancing. And so I didn't have the motion part, and my mindset was under stress constantly for 8 years. And my mitochondria were run down. And what made the difference for me was giving them nutritional completeness. And of the 5 steps of nutritional completeness, the one that really changed the game for me was step 2, which is getting the 90 essential nutrients. So quickly, step 1 was avoid the bad foods. Well, I didn't know what the bad foods were when I first started the 90 essential nutrients, but my body stopped craving the bad foods, which are gluten, wheat, barley, rye, and oats. I gave a gluten challenge about 10 days ago, and I've heard some really good things from those of you who took the challenge. So thank you. And your mitochondria are saying keep it up. But step 2, 90 essential nutrients. Step 3, antioxidants, adaptogens, anti-inflammatories. Step 4, the digestive tract needs love, attention, support, not just the microbiome, but also the gut lining. And step 5, now you're free to enjoy wellness wonderland. All of the other uh, support systems and supplements and the therapies that you can take. It's wonderful. They're all going to work better on the foundation of the first 4 steps. Okay. So here are the 90 essential nutrients. You need them all every day. And we have a great way to get them. Ooh, I'm not sure what's on the next slide. So, but we want you to get the right nutrients in the right dosage at the right time of day to optimize your mornings and recharge your evenings. And you've heard of circadian rhythms. Every cell in your body goes through rhythms. So we want to support them. This is a great slide to have next. All right, so I've shared uh, this bonus with you before, but I think it's even so valid, so important for you to have access to today. So if you did not grab this checklist with my previous webinar on gut moves, here's your chance to get it again. And I'm actually going to show you what's on the checklist when I finish the PowerPoint. Now, if you still haven't started the first 4 steps, you can start here. And that is to go to the Health Hub, get your personalized health score, watch the uh, most incredible, the most powerful, the most famous health lecture of all time, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and then get in contact with me because I want you and I want to help you on your health journey. All right, so I'm not going to take a lot of time with it. I'll just show you. Today is webinar 16. We're April 5th. We're talking about mindset and motion. So this month, all month, we're talking about energy and mitochondria. Next month, we're talking about hormones and weight loss. So we've got a full spring. This is our whole spring schedule. And we're shining the light on the secrets. Now, I want to close this and let's see. I hope you can see the paper. Can you see, Tony, give me a shout. I can't see you. So just let me know if you can see move for your microbiome. Well, hopefully
Yes.
you can see it. Okay,
Yes.
great, great. I'm so glad.
Yes.
So this
Took me a minute
is,
to.
that's okay. This is what you'll get when you download, for your free download. which move for your microbiome and your mitochondria. So we got a daily movement checklist, and you don't have to do them all, right? You could just do 2 or 3 and then build up, and your body will thank you. We've got some weekly goals, and we've got some other gut boosting and mitochondrial boosting habits to pair with movement. So when we put 2 things together, it's more than just the sum of the 2. All righty. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you found value from it. And we'll be back next week for more uh, mitochondrial secrets. Okay, love you. Mwah.